Okay, so these are the Denali Carbon. And they've got the anti-shock system on them. Now, excuse my mess here because I've just done some reviews and tipped out half the stuff that was in my hiking backpack because I use it for arborist work. So it's full of branches and leaves. Now with these, I've never used them before, but the point of this video is to talk about the anti-shock and what I know about it and what I figured out about it. And when I researched them, I don't think I could find much on them. No reviews. So just a bit about them before. I did research on them, but I've never used them before. And the main reason I got them is because I've seen where people have used them to get out of holes as a survival device, use them to fight off animals. And I think I got the wrong ones. I should have got aluminum because when I did more research, I found that the carbon ones break easy. It doesn't feel strong. It feels more like fishing rod material. It might be more. There are better high quality carbon ones. I think this is more just hard carbon based. But I could be wrong. I don't know. So they are light. That's the main thing. So they're good. I got them for $50 when they're normally $100. They come with the snow ones and an extra stub. So you just unscrew that to put them on, and you got 135 centimeters of play here, and then it comes 130, and it says stop, and then the handle comes right out. And I think they all come out on all of them. I don't know. This is the first ones I've ever owned. So that just screws up on that plastic thing to adjust that tension. So obviously people know that they can fold in on both ends, but we're not worried about that. What we're worried about, and that's the size they go up to, and they fit nicely in this backpack. So cork handles, cork rubber style handles, and the backpack straight in. And that's what they look like in there. So take up that much of the backpack. Very light. Like I said, I don't know if they're genuinely strong or not. I've never. I'm not going to go and break them to test them. Now let's talk about anti-shock. What I know about it is I took this right out and shone the torch up the end to see what it was about. And all I can see is the only thing device is inside the handle. And I think all it's doing, because when I was shining the torch and turning it left and right, I couldn't see much difference. But you know what I think it's doing? Is obviously it's just something they've chucked on there to make it sound good. It says on here, so you turn it left for on, here it click, on, off, on, off. I do notice a slight fraction of difference, but I think what it's doing is just a sales pitch, although I could be wrong, don't quote me on it. So it says, lightweight carbon technology, shock absorber with superior characteristics. Reduce strains on the wrist, outstanding mountaineering stuff for hiking or rugged terrain, tough tested on mountains of the world. So I don't know if it's Mount Everest or some backyard mountain. In the shock thing it says anti-shock on-off system, and it says the on-off mechanism enables the mountaineer to turn the anti-shock system feature on or off. It combines the benefits of both anti-shock and a rigid telescopic pole in one product. Now, alright, let's have a look. Now we've got soft carpet here. Drop it. Don't want it all the way out, of course. Fair amount, just to try and test it. Okay, so when I turn the handle to off, I've got to turn it right to go off. That's off, on. Seems to me there's more. See that? Seems to be more shock, vibration of the handle than when it's on. But there's no major significant difference. I think it's just a sales pitch. The only thing I could see, if I show you a closer picture, if you can tell me what that's saying, I don't know. So it looks to me like there's a spring up inside there. To be honest with you, that part must be what's inside the handle, but it looks more like the opening to this part here, of that part up here. This part here looks more like in here. But I think what it's doing is it's turning something that touches the inside and then doesn't touch the inside. So when it's on, it's pushing a spring. It's pushing, say, something touches the inside of the handle. And I think what that does is make the more noise. See, now it's more rigid. There's more, feels more like loose and bouncy on the inside of the handle, or on the handle when it's touching, like it's making more noise. So I think it's like what it's doing, how to explain it, when you turn it, it pushes something that pushes into the handle, and that might be what they're saying is taking the shock out of it. And when you click it like that, it's more rigid. Or maybe it could be the opposite. It could be saying taking away from the, when you turn it off, it pushes something into the handle, so there's less wobble and vibration. When you take it off, it allows like it to move a bit around and take the shock away from this. Yeah, I think that's what it would be doing. Having something that touches and then comes away, and that allows the sounds more like it's got a loose bouncy effect inside, and that's what I think it is it's allowing like something to play and move around, and that's what they're calling a shock absorber. It'd be interesting if they have a break to cut it open and then just have a look inside what it actually is. I don't think it's much at all, and I presume that's what's going on. It's just something that makes it tense and then untense, allowing a bit of play inside. So that's the Denali handles, shock absorbers.